Hi everyone, ReachBlend here, and in this tutorial we are going to be looking at 6 ways to make some realistic puddles in Blender. Okay guys, hold up. Now all the methods we're going to be treating are for only puddles. Some can be used for like lakes and whatnot. Well, you might think, why am I making this tutorial? Well, the reason is, after we finish the bathroom series, links will be in the description down below, I saw Blender Guru's video on how to make puddles in Blender. Although he made it some time ago, it inspired me to create this video in Blender 2.83. Since Blender Guru's video inspired me, that will be the first method on our list today. So stay tuned if you want to learn 6 ways to make puddles in Blender. And well, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for weekly content on Blender, and I'll catch you guys after the intro. Okay guys, so as I said, I got this idea from Blender Guru's video. Link will be in the description down below. So I'm just gonna add a glossy shader, turn the roughness down, and add a Fresnel node. Well, just gonna add a mix shader, now to mix the diffuse and the glossy. Exactly. Okay guys, connect the Fresnel node to like the active value and connect the diffuse shader to the top value of the mix shader. Okay guys, now we have a glossy texture. And well, add a mix RGB in between the diffuse and the diffuse shader, turn that black so we can, and turn that to multiply. The issue here is just like when the surface gets darker, when the surface gets wet, it gets darker. Yeah. Add a noise texture for the variations and connect the factor value to the bottom input of the mix RGB. The effect is subtle at the moment, so we're just gonna add a color ramp to bump it up a little. Okay, wait for that to end. Okay guys, so right now it's loaded up. I'm just gonna bump that up a little bit, and well, dragging the values of the color ramp. So right now the black values will be our glossy, and the light value will be our dry. So the black value, the darker value will be our glossy, and the lighter value will be our dry. See the variations on our texture. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna connect that to roughness of the glossy shader, not to give it the white places to be dry and the dark places to be glossy. Just gonna add a mix RGB in between the Fresnel node and the factor value. Connect the color ramp to the factor input of the mix shader, and you might see this, but we have to connect that to that total black color. Okay guys, now we have our puddles. This is the first method done. Well, it was a crazy experiment. And again, watch Blender Guru's tutorial on how to make puddles in Blender, because I didn't explain everything. Link will be in the description down below. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and test some things. And this is not in order of like best or not best. Anyone like you feel like you think this should be, like you like it, just leave it down in the comments. Okay guys, I'm just scaling up. You can increase the size or decrease the size. Into the rendered view, cycles render, and well, it's pretty much good. Now time, I don't like this is not in like best or not best. Well, I just think this would be a crucial thing for a video like this. Okay guys, yeah guys, this is what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so this is another method. This method 2. This is gonna delete everything and go to the edit preferences. You have to get this add-on checked before you can do this. The images as plain add-on. So just check that checkbox and close it, and add an image as a plane down there. Image as plane. I'll show you guys a tip that you can do with images as plane, importing images as plane. Well, you guys just gonna add the diffuse map, this scaled by 5. Yeah. Just gonna divide my viewport here and open up the shader editor. Okay, go to the material preview, hit N. Oh no, just gonna remove the alpha. From the alpha, I'm just gonna duplicate it, place it there, and duplicate it once more and place it there. Connect it to the normal value. Just control spacebar to like put it in full screen or whatever. Just put it like this. Just control spacebar and add a like normal map node. Normal map node. Yeah, in between there. Change it to non-colored data and open the normal map. Now this, open the roughness map and just connect it to the roughness. Okay, change this back to the sRGB. Control spacebar again, and we have our texture. Just that it's too glossy. What's okay? I think I know the roughness isn't in normal map. Okay, change that. Now we've changed that. I think it's getting our shape back. Normal map, yeah, normal map node. Okay, now this is the texture. We'll just have to add the occlusion map. Occlusion, click it. Then add mix RGB. Mix RGB. Place in between the diffuse and connect the occlusion map to the bottom value. Okay guys, change it to multiply. Multiply, so we can have two of them showing at the same time. And increase the value to something high. Okay, that looks good. And well, these are our puddles. These are our puddles. Well, this was the easiest. If you like this one, just leave down in the comments. I'll leave the link of texture in the description down below. And well, check it out if you want. Change the occlusion map to non-colored data also in order to give it that cool effect. Well, these are puddles. Now for the third method. Okay guys, so I actually think that this method will be the longest that we've heard, because this method will be like the harshest, make some a lot of variation, and pretty much the best. This was the idea where I got this idea from a reality fakers tutorial. Link will be in the description down below. You guys should check it out because I didn't actually explain everything. So well, I'm just gonna take normal map down, duplicate that roughness, and add a new material. Name it ×2. That's 2048. Yeah, 2048 for both the height and width. The height and the width ×2. Okay, then name it puddles. Okay, so this would be our roughness. So what we're having here is that white will be glossy, white will be dry, while black, as you can see, everything is black, will be glossy. Let's go to the material preview, and now everything is glossy. Now let's go to fill tool and color white. Just watch. Right now I want to paint some white, fill the hole, and you can see everything is dry. So white is dry and glossy, and black is glossy. And yeah, so I just want to paint our puddles. So our puddles will use the black texture. So this is actually one of the best methods, because like you can paint your own puddles. And make sure you check if you're in puddle slot. And you can paint anything you want. So I'm just going ahead and painting any type variation of puddles, anything you want. If you like this method, just leave it down in the comments. Now you can paint anything, anywhere. Now, when you're done painting, you can just go to the shading, the well layout, then you connect the roughness using a mix RGB normal roughness, because we didn't actually connect the normal roughness to the roughness value, so we have to connect the normal roughness and change it to multiply, so we can have the two textures showing. So now the more we go, I'm gonna add in like a color ramp. In order to just like, the dark value is glossy and the white value is dry, and the color ramp in between the roughness and the mix RGB. Just take that value up a little bit, as you can see. So drag it in to take more of the bottom value. Now you can see the more we go white, the more dry, and the more down, the more it's glossy. You can actually experiment with that value a little bit if you want. Now when you're done with placing the roughness together, you can just move that aside right now and add in a vertex curve. Yeah, now to give the jagged edges connected to the vector. Yes, vector curve or vertex. Well, add in a noise texture and a texture coordinate node. Texture coordinate. Yeah. And connected generated to the vector and the factor to the factor. Okay. Now it's time to make those jagged edges. I'm just gonna be dragging down that a little bit to like 0.9. Just go there and connect 0.9. Okay. Go to the Y and drag it down a little bit. Just move it 0.9. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna connect the UV. This is gonna increase the size of the noise, the scale. You might not be noticing the jagged edges, but that's because we're on the Y. So we're gonna increase the detail, and if we go to the Z, just watch the puddles and drag down that value. You can see some jagged edges. Looks cool. Then we just duplicate it, take it down, then add in a mix RGB. Yeah. Remove the normal map, connect the real, not the normal, to the puddles using the mix RGB. Then we're gonna connect this to the normal later on, show bump node, but let's just connect it to base color to like see what we're looking at. So now everything is just like white and somehow purple. Just turn it to multiply. If you notice, the purple areas are gonna be glossy. You can see those jagged edges that I was talking about. Now I can disconnect a bump node B and P. A bump node place it in between there, and you can see remove from the normal and place it on the height. And now you can see our bumps. Then remove it from the normal, take it from the base color and take it to the normal. Wait for that to load up, and well, you see why it's looking like this is because we haven't actually connected our base color. Let's go ahead and connect our base color, and everything looks good. This I said was the harshest actually. Was used in Reality Fakers. The idea I got it from a Reality Fakers tutorial. I think you guys should watch it. I recommend it for you guys. Link will be in the description down below. You guys should watch it. And the best part is that you can actually paint your bump. Like you can paint where you want the bump, and you can fill up some bump. So what do you guess? The white color is to fill up the bump, and the black color is to paint the bump. So I'm just checking if there is any thing that we missed here. Let's go to the texture and change it to white, and voila, we can fill up our bump. This is actually very helpful. And if you don't want the strength to be that much, you can just decrease the strength. Now let's just fill up some of that bump. You can just experiment with this. If you want the black color, you can remove the bump. Can add more bump actually. Black color can add more bump. Yeah. Black color can add more bump, and the white color can add less bump. I can reduce the bump.
Now for the fourth method. I hope you like it.
Okay guys, in this method, I'm just gonna be using the landscape add-on. It's called the Amp Landscape. And you can go save preferences, make sure it's checked, then delete the default. Okay guys, delete the default cube. And now add a landscape. Easy. Go to operator presets and go to lakes 2. So this is what we're gonna be using. Delete that normal plane and add your own plane. Okay, that's good. I just like doing that. So just add in like ocean. Yeah, exactly. Change that to something like 40 or 30. Yeah, 30. Change that to scale to 2. And the small scale, change it to something like 0. Then change that number to 10. Just 10. Okay guys. Looks cool. Change the spatial to about 200. And our ocean looks cool. Then we'll scale down to just match the landscape. See, simple, short. Let's scale down to match the landscape. Scale down. This is used for like a lake and maybe rivers and all that stuff. Move it down a little bit. Not actually for puddles. This actually follows the displacement principle, just like anything guys. Inside you can just add plane and it'll make something like water. And we'll just add in a subdivision surface modifier. Click that top key to make it go up. Then the viewport, change it to 3 and go to shader editor. Add in a material. To make that thing disappear, just click /. Change it to black, decrease the roughness to 0. And the IOR, then change it to 1.333. Yeah, that's the index of refraction for water. Add a mix shader. Exactly, add a mix shader, then add a transparent, not translucent, transparent BSDF shader. You connect it, then we can some water. Forward slash again, forward slash. Forward slash, not backward slash, the one that's pointing forward stuff. Okay, now I'm just gonna give the terrain like a dirt color, something like that looks like dirt. Brownish color. So now I'm just gonna press Control Alt. Just like view, lock camera to view. Okay guys, I'm gonna start that shortcut stuff. Control Alt and 0 on numpad. Easy. Just Control Alt 0 on numpad to just snap the camera to the view of the viewport. Now we're just adjusting it to fit the whatever we want. Then we'll go to site render stuff and change it to cycles and add in a sky texture. Change it to the render. And well, it looks pretty good. You see, this is a good way to make some lakes in Blender. Now we can just fiddle around with the turbulence. Increase it to 3.4, maybe 4. I think that looks bright enough. You see there's light in our scene. That's it. Now let's spice things up a little bit with Quixel Mixer. Let's go ahead and export from Quixel Mixer like right now. And well, I'll get to you guys when I'm done exporting. So right now in Blender, delete the default cube, add a plane. Yep, and just okay. And now switch that to the shader editor. Click N, and over here, lock camera to view, and add new material. Yeah, I'll just take the displacement stuff that we got from Quixel Mixer, and it just only works with the principled shader. You can just do it. Only do this with a principled shader. Let's place everything for you. Delete the both of them. Only do that if you have Node Wrangler add-on on in the edit preferences. I'll just subdivide this a few times, like 50. If your computer could hold 50 times. Okay. Now go into the material preview or maybe the render mode, because we haven't actually like set it to cycles yet. Okay, now you can see a texture, but it looks weird. So that's Smart UV project. Yeah, maybe unwrap. Like it. Now I'm just gonna add a subdivision surface modifier here and a displace modifier. Displace. Where the heck? Yeah, displace. Then add a new texture. Bump up the subdivision, surface modifier on the viewport. Go to the texture and open up the displacement material. Displacement texture. You can see we have displacement, but it's too much. Way too much. So I'll just go to the modifiers panel and turn that only to the Z and that to UV. Okay. Scroll down and change it to 0.1. 0.1. Now I think we have a cool texture. No much displacement, no less displacement. Just very good. Just adding a plane for our puddles, and a new material, and change the color to black, increase the roughness to 0, and make the IOR index of refraction value 1.333. Of course, adding a mixed shader and add in a transparent shader. Okay, connect it to the bottom value and we have our puddles. Increase the mix shader so you can concentrate mostly on principled PSDF. Okay. Now we have our puddles. You can move up the plane, move down the plane. Now let's make some more puddles. I'm just gonna change it to cycles. Okay. Then gonna add a sky texture. Sky texture. Okay. Increase the turb. I'll use like 6.9. or maybe higher. And the sun. Change the light to sun and decrease it to this strength to just 10. It can be too much. Okay. Now we have our puddles. You can just go ahead and increase, like move the puddles up, that plane up or down. Anyhow you want to do it, it's up to you. Well, we're done with the fifth method. If you like this, just leave it down in the comments. Anyone you prefer, just leave it down in the comments. Okay guys, we're done with the fifth method. Tell me which one you like in the comments. Okay, finally we are in the sixth method and we're gonna be using Quixel Mixer. So I'm just gonna add a new mix, name it Wet Mud, 2K and OK. That's what I did there. And OK. Okay, now it's opened and go to layers and add in a layer from the local library. Iceland Mossy Rock. The thing is that I didn't actually know that we can actually add some liquid puddles in Quixel Mixer. Make your texture look wet. It's actually very cool. I'll show you guys in this method. Right now I just want to add something like grass. Okay, here's it. Nordic moss. Now it's added in. I'll just have to disable that base layer. And well, increase the threshold of the grass. You can see it's like it's coming out more than the Nordic moss. Now add a liquid layer. This is where it gets very cool. Now the liquid layer, if we increase the threshold, you can see some liquid on our texture. Just gonna delete the Nordic moss, the moss texture, the grass texture. You can see as we decrease the and increase the threshold, they reveal. See the puddles. It's actually pretty cool and easy actually, and quite easy to import in Blender. So guys, this is another cool way. We're done. Just another cool way to import it to make some puddles in Blender. You're just gonna specify a directory, whether you want to create a subfolder, JPG, or any file format, 2K, 8K, 4K, any amount that you want. Then add resolution, full file names, whether you want the albedo or the diffuse. So you just export all the textures, and now it's done. So let's jump right into Blender. Or you can, don't forget to save your material. Yeah, save, and you can jump right into Blender. As I told you, just add a plane, and go into edit mode and subdivide it a lot of times. I'm just gonna do that later. Jump into the shader editor, and add new material. Ctrl Shift T. Told you guys. Ctrl Shift T. Okay, I'll bring up the setup for the principal BSDF. I'll bring up the setup for the principal BSDF. Okay. Wet mud. I'm just gonna shift click everything, and it's added by itself. You can see there's no displacement on our material, on our texture. There's no displacement on our plane because, as I told you guys, the displacement isn't supposed to be here in the shader editor. So we're just gonna place it where it's meant to be. Subdivide it a few times, like subdivide 50 or 100, amount 70, I don't know. 50. Okay, let's go with 50. or maybe 70, 100. Okay. Depends if your computer could hold it. Just gonna add subdivision surface modifier, bump it up to like 3, and then render to 6. Then the displacement modifier. Add new texture, Z on the Z and low on the UV. Change it to UV. Texture coordinate to UV. Then let's go add the texture over here. Wet mod, just add the displacement, and you can see the places that are wet. You can actually see that they're on the floor, while the places that were like all this bumps, they're up. And now we have created a pretty cool texture. As you can see, it's in 2K. It won't be that detailed actually. You can do it in 8K. Okay guys, the first tip. Did you guys actually notice that if you can like shift A, image is plain, that you can actually add in a video as plain in Blender? I'm just adding like the SPy tutorial, link will be in the description down below, by bathroom series. Also, if you go to the material preview over here, and you can click play over here, down here. You can press the spacebar button, keyboard. Well, you can see that the material, everything that showed in that video, is showing right here in Blender. Wow, this is pretty cool. You can use this and do televisions, whatever. But I think it's really cool. Like, so let me just check out the material in the preview over here. So if you like play and pause, like the material will update. It's a place called shader. The material will update. So guys, I think that's wait, there's this video is supposed to be like 7 method, but I heard this one like later on. It's called height blend. You can use for different things. It's used for like displacement and other things in Blender, but you can also, their puddles are pretty good. You can also use them to make puddles. They're pretty awesome. Actually, I'll leave a video link in the description down below, so you guys check it out because it's pretty awesome. And don't forget to check out all the videos that I recommended in this tutorial from Reality Fakers and Blender Guru. All links will be in the description down below. Okay guys, you can catch me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tumblr, on ArtStation, all at Ready Blend. And well, that's all for this video, and I'll see you. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for weekly content on Blender. Well, I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next